What? Well, I didn't even get through the whole thing.
Welcome to the mess
To
hall,
the mess
everyone.
hall.
We always
Cheers.
do it in unison because we're so in sync with each other.
Oh yeah, we can finish each other's sandwiches.
I was
You're
going to
supposed to
say
say that.
sandwiches too.
Were you?
Yeah, I was.
You didn't though.
I would have
You
ruined the whole
paused.
conceit.
You paused.
God damn it.
Anyways, how was your day? How was your week?
Wait, should we say who we are? Andrew Youngblood,
I think they know.
Jamie Rowan.
I guess
Maybe
there could be a new one.
There could be hundreds upon thousands of new meth heads every week. I mean, meth heads.
Yeah, there are hundreds of thousands of new meth heads every single
God,
week.
meth gets so many more people than us.
I know. It's very addicting.
Yeah. What do we do to get that?
I don't know, but I've been watching a lot of those movies about addiction and painkillers and stuff like that. Like, I did Painkillers. There's another one, Pill Pushers. And
Do you watch Intervention?
No. That one's like real.
It's
I don't
so
wanna see that
intense.
shit. But I do think I want to watch Botched.
Oh, they mess up plastic surgery.
It just came out on Netflix, and now I'm like, it keeps like showing it to me. But I know once I watch it, I'll just watch it and nothing else. I just finished Suits. I'm like one at a time.
This is all bullshit. The pinnacle of reality television. If you want real
Botched.
trash TV, 90 Day Fiance.
You've been pushing that on us for a long time.
I cannot like overstate how amazing it is, and there are people who are really in love. There are people who are delusional. It's the best. It's so good.
I haven't watched it. I don't want to watch it. Not interested in any of those love shows.
Envision like your mom telling you out of the blue that she's moving to Morocco to be with her 20-year-old boyfriend. And that's kind of
Why is the age gap? Why is there such an age gap?
Because I feel like these dudes, like, or women, it's equal, kind of like go for who they know is like desperate and lonely, Not that your mom isn't.
My mom's definitely probably desperate and lonely.
Yeah, so
I don't know. She's in a wheelchair. And so I would
my
wonder.
husband's mom, like, she's alone. She's older. I mean, my mom, but she doesn't give a shit.
You think anyone's banging women in wheelchairs?
Well, does she? I mean, I always wonder about this. Okay.
I mean, she can feel. She's not like paralyzed or anything.
Yes, I was going to say, don't get offended because I always wonder, but what about the people that are paralyzed from the waist down? Like, they can still have kids sometimes. I don't really understand.
They can have kids?
I feel like I've seen that.
I don't know about that.
Someone, if you're a paraplegic friend, write in and educate us.
Ben, tell us. Look it
stupid.
up. Let us know. I don't think you can. If you can't move from the waist down, how are you going to make a baby?
But can't you randomly ejaculate? Can't you just I guess if you're young.
Well, you talking about a guy can?
A girl definitely can get pregnant.
I was thinking a girl couldn't.
No, if she's paralyzed, she can still.
A guy's not going to be able to get. A guy could. I mean, he's probably got some cum in there.
Having a spinal cord injury, an SCI, does not affect your ability to naturally become pregnant, carry, and deliver a baby.
If you're a woman, but I think it's more difficult if you're a man because a woman can just get pregnant.
You could just take it to a place, like that.
Many spinal cord injured men are told they are infertile because of their injury. This is usually...
Well, let's be honest. We don't need more of them.
Oh my God, like it passes down. You idiot.
Okay, well, they don't normally ejaculate, but they do produce sperm. So yeah, you could get,
you could get their sperm, take it to a fucking bank.
You'd have to go to a doctor though. That's what I'm saying is like you can't get hard.
I wonder if you can come without getting hard. I've done that once.
Like milking the prostate, maybe.
Your soft dick shot out
one time.
Sperm?
One time. Yeah.
No,
it's true.
I don't understand.
I don't know. I was like jerking off, and I was like, I just did it quick, and it was like it got like a quarter hard, maybe.
Do any doctors listen to this? Probably not.
Oh yeah, I think doctors really they listen to this right before they go into fucking surgery.
Super into this.
Yeah, they probably have us. There's probably a doctor cutting someone open right now, listening to me talk.
What you just said doesn't make sense. So I think that you were having like a fever dream.
No, I like came. I was at 25% mass.
That's not.
You can come not at 100% mass. Isn't that right, Ben?
That's not a thing,
True.
I don't think.
Yeah.
It is a thing.
All right.
Listen, I've had sex to completion where I wasn't at 100% the whole time.
Wow.
You never had the husband, you guys drank a little too much, he fucking rolls it up and puts it inside you.
I don't want to brag, and I don't know if I should say this, but I've had one drink, so fuck it.
Ooh.
So we've been together since 2007. Very active in that sense. And I can tell you, because I get super, super offended, that there have been 3 times in all those years where he didn't come. And I was very angry.
That is impressive, especially for having you as a wife.
Not proud. Listen, and by the way, I'm not proud of the way I reacted when it happened, because that would really get in any dude's head. Very angry.
That's so funny.
I know it's very childish and stupid, and I'm a bad person, but I made him feel terrible. And I was like, "Were you drinking? What were you doing? What's wrong with me?" And then I start crying, and then.
When was his response when you said, "What's wrong with me"? Was it, "Would you like it in any particular order"?
He's like, "Right, I'll put it in writing."
It's like he just hands you a book. And you're like, "You had this ready," and it's like published. It's just like.
I don't think me yelling at him and weeping also was helping him get hard.
I do wonder. I have thought about this recently because of my issue that I had.
Yes, we all know.
You guys remember with the not coming.
Honestly, you're so brave for sharing.
If anyone would get offended by that, you know?
Yes, I think so. I don't want to speak for other women. Maybe everybody that you sleep with is like super confident and like
I've never slept with anyone ever
and completely evolved.
But I see the disappointment in their faces.
Andrew's a virgin.
I am. 2 kids. Just like Jesus.
Just like Mary.
Well, Jesus was.
That's your nickname. People call you Mary.
No one calls me Mary.
Everybody call him Mary. No one knows
I'm okay
that.
with
But
that. Do they do that behind my back?
Yeah, all these people I hang out with behind your back, and we whisper. We're at secret group talking about you. We're like, "Oh, Mary," it's the code name we use.
You did tell me there's a secret about me or something.
I know, but I told you the opposite thing. I told you there's a secret admirer.
There's not a secret admirer.
In a way, I mean, not in a sexual way,
now
but in
I'm
like
really confused.
A person that loves you asked me about. I swore they mentioned your birthday, but you said your birthday is not till May.
Maybe it has to do with the special.
Maybe.
Someone that loves me, and you say it's a man. God, that's tough to say. I don't know who I'm close with.
Well, don't say that.
Would you say I'm close with them?
I don't know what that means because, like, for example, this person mentioned something you like, and they're like, "Don't you think?" And I was like, "I don't know. He never shares anything with me. When I leave the podcast,
we're close friends.
When I leave the podcast, I never have any personal conversations with you that aren't about what time are we meeting for the podcast? When are we going to do this thing? What set are you going to do a set for this thing I'm doing? Never are you like,
I asked you to do a set for my special.
You mentioned once while we were in here that we should go see a play, and I thought it was such a fun idea.
Yeah, we should go do that. You
won't ever mention it outside. This is like a Twilight Zone of fake promises that
There's no fake promises here.
Actually, it's funny because this rarely happens in female friendships. So it's interesting
when
I know, but when it's a male-female friendship, it does happen in dates, and it does happen in business things, I think, but in friendships, it's very rare. So maybe it's a dude thing.
Does it feel like I'm letting our friendship fizzle?
It feels like we live in a space where it's one of those things, you know, that human thing that happens when you see someone on a regular basis that you don't necessarily want to hang out with. I mean, you can think of people off the bat, right? Like I have this this is an innocuous thing that someone that never listens that I don't feel bad about saying. Our literal next door neighbor in our apartment. So like their door is next to our door. We see him all the time.
Okay.
And he's constantly saying that we should go have
drinks,
dinner, whatever. And there's always small talk, and there's always like, yeah, we're going to do that. There's a girl in my building, another girl in my building too. Same thing. It will never happen, and we all know it, and we all pretend
no, this
not
is all
to
you.
know.
This is all you. This is in your head. I do things with people all the time.
But do you not have those interactions with some people? Like, I feel like everybody
I do.
has
I
that.
have like old friends where like we're like, oh, we got to catch up. That never happens. You know, like so that yes, I have that, but that's not what this is. We're friends. We see each other every week.
This isn't
friendship.
This isn't like.
Wow.
There are things that we can't say to each other on this.
We can say whatever we want.
So I can talk about your dating life now.
Well, I will. I'll let it be known. I am out in the field. I've been going on, and not great.
You'll talk about it?
I maybe a little. I downloaded the apps again.
This is all the people want to hear.
No, it's not fun. You guys.
This is the most. Are you kidding me? This is what every reality show is based
I
around.
don't want to die alone.
But that's what everybody wants to hear because that's how everyone feels. That's the most relatable thing ever.
Well, okay. Well, I've been out there a little bit lately.
Hey, so they're good stories, bad
stories? I got no stories for any of them. None of them are good. Plus, I don't want to. One, I wouldn't want to air people's business out there.
Well,
but
give fake things to give a new name. If they're blonde, say they're a brunette. If they're
All right, I'll go looking for some stories, but I don't have any right now. I'm just getting back out there, So it's.
What's your go-to date?
I don't know. I like Uchi, but I think it sends the wrong message.
Now you're going to get tons of DMs.
it's just too. It's a really expensive sushi restaurant.
Y'all, he will take you to Uchi and pay for it. So just thank you.
I do like it, but then I think it sends the wrong message. Like it's like, oh shit, this guy is gonna take me to Uchi all the time. He's loaded.
You put it out there.
I'm not, and I just like. I like good things. I don't know. I dinner and drinks. That's really it. That's a basic date. There's
good.
nothing wrong with it. I find myself charming when I'm drunk, and I like to think other people do as well.
But you don't get too drunk on date one.
Most of the time.
No.
Most of the time I don't get too drunk.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. I was like, so do you have a rule? Like, I think it's good to calm the nerves before a date because even if you're like excited to meet the person,
yeah.
I used to do, my thing was like one drink alone before the date, like, or one shot, like just to be like, okay, I'm going out and I can have one shot and then I'll meet the person. I have a drink with them, like one.
Yeah. I don't really have a rule.
Men don't have to worry about the safety
That's
part
true.
as much.
You know what I do often have to say, and I think it's kind of weird and it feels douchey every time I say it. But if I'm going out and I'm drinking with somebody, right? I'm a big person and I'm also a very experienced drinker. So I will do a lot of shots in a night. When I say I'm going to go out and I'm going to drink with a friend, there's a good chance I'm doing 15 drinks maybe in a night. That's just a fact. That's just what happens, right? Now, when I go out with people, a lot of times they'll be like, I will be polite and be like, hey, I'm going to get a shot. Would you like one? And they'll say yes. All right. But then after the second one, I always go, hey, just so you know, you don't have to keep up with me. I don't even recommend it. I'm a real drunkard. And,
you don't need to, but I feel like you don't need to explain yourself, A, and B.
Yes, I get that.
Anybody that you want to hang out with should have the strength of character to be like, no, dude, I'm good.
No, here's the thing. That's dating is not like that. Dating, everybody, they're all liars. They want you to think they're cool as hell. And then they're like, oh, I can hang, and then they can't hang. One time, this is a long time ago, I went on a date with a girl. We were hitting it off. Pretty good. We did go-karting, right? Silly, nice, cute first date, right?
Super fun.
Yeah. I'm having a great time. And then I'm like, I'm kind of hungry. She's like, I'm kind of hungry too. And I go, man, you know what I feel like right now? Oysters. And she goes, oh my God, I love oysters. They're so good. And I go, I know, they're the greatest.
You've told this.
I've
she
already
lied.
Yeah, she fucking lied.
You told
so
this.
all I'm saying is people lie when they first. You don't even meet the real person until fucking 2 months later where they're shitting in front of you like you fucking do.
That is why. So like, here's the thing. Of course, I like tried to make myself like look better and was like, whatever, put up with a little bit more maybe, but like straight up lying, no, 100%. That is like, that's crazy. That's a red flag.
Yeah, I agree. That is a red flag, but you don't know that they were lying until later because she ate fucking one oyster and then she's like, oh, my stomach doesn't feel
until
good.
2 hours later. I feel like people who are pathological liars, you find out quickly.
Yeah, maybe. Or they'd have to be bad at it, though. You know, I don't know someone good enough to tell if they're a liar right away. You know,
I never had. I don't feel like I feel like I was able to weed out even before a first date on the apps because I talk first. Like, do you exchange messages? Like,
no, I'm so bad at those things. I'll literally, if I'm interested in someone and we start to talk, I will literally send a message and go, hey, I'm pretty bad at like the small talk. Like I'm not great at it.
You don't have to do small
here's my
talk in
Instagram,
messages.
and I go, here's my Instagram. Just a heads up, it's a ton of nonsense. If you still want to talk after you see my Instagram, let's keep talking.
I will say my profile didn't have much when I was dating because I was like, you just know in person, like nothing I say can be like, let's just meet in person because like nothing I say is gonna be a substitute for how we feel when we're in person. But then when they messaged me privately, I would have conversations, like a few basic things just to get an idea of like, but again, I was dating not just to fuck. I was dating because I'm like a monogamous person and I like love. I love love.
Yeah, I don't want to die alone either.
But I also like am not fun. Like I'm not a good time gal. I'm not like I can just have fun with this whatever. Like I'm bad at being casual. So I'm
also not great at that.
But I could be super in depth in messages where I'm like, does this person like humor, comedy? Is this person uptight? Are they going to get offended by shit? Can they take a joke?
Well, that's why I have
that out in 2 messages.
I have it all. I figure it out instantly with the Instagram. I give them my Instagram.
That's true.
They look at it. They see the clips from this goddamn show, and then if then they block me or they.
You should be like, I'm not Jamie. I didn't say what she said.
No. So they're like, I'm in drag talking about my kid. I'm talking about coming and all those sorts of nonsense. And if they can deal with that, then you're
the good guy on this show. You know that, right?
I don't think I'm the good guy on the show, but I think I am the guy who overshares a lot on the show.
I overshare. I'm evil, by the way, and I know it.
I don't know. I look at all the clips that we have, and most of them are embarrassing shit that was going on with me. Oh, I got raped in Mexico. I can't come. First time I came. I'm in drag. My kid's playing with fake tits. All these.
Your trauma is funnier than my trauma. Like I talk about my trauma, but it's not clip worthy. By the way, my dog died last week.
Oh, Jesus
Everybody,
Christ.
By the way, there are people who actually know and like Milton, and it fucking sucks.
And also,
so
your dog
hard.
didn't die last week. You murdered it.
I did murder it. By the way, that's one thing as a parent. Like, I'm grateful I'm not a parent, but you don't have to do that shit. You're never signing your kid up to get done.
I wish I could do that to my dad.
Your dad?
I love my dad.
You kind of can. Does he have a what's the thing that kept Terry Schiavo alive?
Do not resuscitate.
Yeah, you got to make sure that he's got one of those. So when the time comes, you could just.
I love my dad, but it does seem like his life is getting. If I get to the point where I can't remember things, and I already can't remember shit, but like to the point where I can't remember like regular conversations or like I'm getting stuck in the bathtub, I'm getting like that old. Just fucking kill me.
Yeah, if someone else has to wipe my ass, I don't want that for the people I love. So can I just say,
God, plus wiping an ass of an old person.
Oh my
Can
God.
you imagine? I wipe my ass. Sometimes it takes 4 wipes. Yeah, and it's disgusting.
In Chicago, I did ambulance. I did like EMT certification because I thought I was going to go to medical school. It's why I watch surgeries online.
God, I can't imagine you like I'm like having a heart attack and then you fucking walk in. You're like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, kill me already.
I was like weeping all the time. It wasn't good, but we had on this ambulance day, we were taking people back and forth from dialysis, like dealing with elderly people who were like alone in their homes and had like one person from the state come once a day. We had to like lift them up and they had bed sores. I mean, they were lonely. They were miserable. It was fucking terrifying. I'm telling you, I'm going to say it out loud on this podcast. If that time ever comes for me, give me the euthanasia. What's his face was a hero. That guy that had to flee to Canada because he was giving people euthanasia.
Dr. Kevorkian?
Kevorkian. Bring back Kevorkian. Justice for
What's
Kevorkian.
What's he up to now?
He's probably dead by now, but that guy was a fucking old hero.
Yeah, I always thought it seemed okay.
It does.
Like, like the people he wasn't just killing people. He was like, people wanted to die. He's like, well, let me help.
Yes. Have you seen A Sea Inside with, what's that like hot guy from No Country for Old Men, but he's like a murderous psycho and he has the air gun machine that.
Javier Bardem.
So Javier Bardem.
Is he hot?
Thank you, Ben.
I thought he was
not in No Country.
Yeah, he had like a bowl cut. Fucking weird. Yeah,
but he makes himself look extra weird in that. But he's like a manly dude. And in A Sea Inside, he's I think it's him in it. He's a paraplegic and he's talking about how like the woman he loves is next to him when he's in his like bed or whatever. He's paralyzed from the neck down. And her hand is like this next to his. And he's like, it might as well be 1,000 miles because I can't like move my finger to touch you.
That's sad.
It's so fucking sad. I'm like, if that dude says like, I want to be done, give the man a fucking break, right?
Yeah, just kill him.
So anyway.
That's a lot of that is legal in, I think, Sweden. Like assisted suicide, you can kind of sign up for the process and it's legal.
Hey, maybe I'm going to Sweden.
Yeah, if that is awesome. So we're out here to say that if we're ever in that state, just kill us.
Yeah. Please kill me. I'm ready to go now. I'm not even in that state yet.
Stop it.
I'm
Don't
kidding.
say
I know.
that.
This is why people are already. Someone told me today that people are asking if I'm okay.
I think we do share a lot on this.
Yeah, and I go and I was like, "Who said that?" He goes, just people have been saying that at the club, and I was like, "What people?" He goes, "I don't want to."
That's bullshit. That's someone needling you. I think.
I go, well, what are they saying? They're like, well, they keep asking if you're depressed and if you're going to be all right. And I'm like, what is going on here?
Because you shared the cum story and everyone's worried about your dick. No. I swear that's it.
No one really messaged me about the cum story.
Because you've always been depressed. Why would it be
I don't know. That's what I'm wondering. Is there something going on that I don't see? Do I seem sadder than normal?
I think you're gone a lot too, so people don't know. You've been in Europe. You've been traveling.
Gone. Yeah,
right?
A little bit.
By the way, I had someone testing I don't know if they weren't testing if I'm depressed, but I have Fragile X. It's a thing. Anyone out there, by the way, what? I also want to give my body to science.
You have Fragile what?
It's called Fragile X, so it can be really severe. Depends how many repeats you have. It's boring. I won't explain it too much, but I have pre-mutation, not the full mutation. So whenever there are studies...
Are you retarded?
So whenever there are studies, a little bit, my ovaries are retarded. Think of it that
okay.
way.
So this is why you can't have kids.
My ovaries are retarded. That's it. Think of it like that. It's essentially that. It's a genetic thing. It's not like an
Down
autoimmune
syndrome ovaries.
thing. Yes. Truth is, actually, my anatomy is beautiful. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no blockages. There's nothing wrong with it. But it's just...
Just what?
Unable to think right. They look good, but they don't think right.
I don't know. I've never seen your ovaries, but I don't think they look good.
They look totally normal. Anybody that has this, okay, let me make myself sound like a better person than I really am. So when I found out about this, I was like,
I'm still distracted.
I want to give, by the way, if you ever are going to kill me, if we're going to assisted suicide, then I want my body to go to science. I want it to go to Fragile X research. So I reached out to Emory University in in Georgia where they do most of this research. I love them. And I was like, hey, if you're ever doing any research, I want to be part of it, whatever. And so they have this thing that they're doing specifically for premutation women like me. So I was like, cool, I'll do it. So the part of it was this battery of tests to like test your memory, your cognition, math, basic skills, whatever. I did part of it last week and part of it this morning. And there was one test, and I want to give it to you right now just to see if it's just me or if you can do it.
All right, let's do it.
You ready? It's simple.
Okay.
The instructions are simple. So I'm going to say a list of animals and numbers.
Okay.
And then I'm going to ask you a question about that after.
Oh, and then it's going to be like, and then you're going to be like, pick a vegetable. And then I'll say carrot, and you're like, yeah. Like that kind of bullshit.
All
right, let's just do it. Come on.
We'll just do it. Okay, ready? Here we go. 3, 7, snake, 2, 7, whale, pony, 5. Tell me the first and the last animal that I listed.
Snake, pony.
Wow, that was really good. Okay, ready for the next one?
Okay.
Okay.
That seemed really easy.
Okay, ready for the next one?
Yeah, I was expecting more of a. Okay.
Okay. 4, 3, 9, whale, snake, pony, 8, 4, 3, rat, 9. Tell me the second and the fourth number that I said.
Oh, shit. 3. 9.
I have no idea because I don't remember. This is my point. It's fucking
Wait, what?
hard.
I know, you just this.
She must have had them written. The lady that did the test must have had them written down. This is how stupid. This is where I am like.
Also, how did you take this test? How did you take this test?
There were like, so we were over Zoom.
Oh, okay. She was reading questions over Zoom.
But this is just one of many tests. There were like many tests that I took. Some of them were patterns. Some of them were words. But this specific one where it was the series of numbers and animals, and I'm not joking. On every single one, I was like, I don't know.
The first
I have no
one,
idea.
The first
I'm an
one was
idiot.
easy because I was just listening to it, right? And then but you asked that question, right? You're like, oh, what are the animals, first and last animal? And then you started doing the second one, and then I was like, okay, now I got to remember the first animal. And then I go, but you know what? This is bullshit. It's a trap. She's gonna ask me first and last number, so I would memorize the first and last number you said, and then you go second and the last, and I go, fuck, I can't remember.
So that is exactly my thought process. Is the first one they asked about animals or numbers, whatever, or vice versa, and then the second one the opposite thing. So I was focused on the first thing, thinking that's what they're going to ask again. So that tripped me up. And then I was just like, this was also at the end of the first battery of tests. And I was just like, I don't know, maybe my ADHD kicked in, but I just want to prove that I'm not a complete, I mean, that's normal.
Do you think my ovaries are broken?
I think your ovaries are completely broken.
Fuck.
Luckily, your baby mama's ovaries are not broken and you have two
I do have 2
children.
boys. We should have them on the podcast.
Yeah.
That's gross.
I have not met your children other than a quick hello.
You want to do a podcast with them?
Would they do it?
Yeah, I don't know if they'll be good though.
It could be cute, and then I just have to not say bad words.
I say bad words around them all the time. They always tell on me to me. They're always like, "You can't say that," and I'm like, "Yes, I can."
Actually, I'm really good with my niece and nephew, but they're so little.
I don't really. I don't care about swearing around my kids. It doesn't bother me. I don't know other parents out there. It doesn't bother me. They know that they can't say certain words in certain places, and I don't care if they say words. And my kids aren't running around swearing or anything like that. But like, once my kid's like 12, if he wants to say fuck, I'm not going to be like, you can't say a word. You can say whatever word.
If your kids start saying the F word a bunch, you're just going to be like, cool.
My oldest kid says retard.
Hey, he should definitely be on the podcast. Let's get the heat on your kid.
He's got a stepdad now, who's really stepping in and fulfilling my duties. No, I don't know.
Do you like him for real?
I've only met the guy one time.
Okay, but like it was good.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy. But
you should get really fucking friendly with him. Have you ever seen the movie The Breakup?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my God, I love when Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston, their characters break up.
Yeah.
And then she's dating, but they're living in the same apartment because they both refuse to leave. And some dude, she's like getting ready, and he waits with Vince Vaughn. And then when she comes out, the dude is just playing video games with Vince Vaughn and doesn't want to go on the date with her.
That's funny.
It's pretty amazing. I think it would be hilarious if you got super tight with your...
Let's just not. I'd rather not.
All right.
Not interested. But, anyways, my son says retard sometimes, and his stepfather's like, hey, you shouldn't say that word. And my son told me, he's like, yeah, I don't say it anymore around him because I don't want to get in trouble. So what I do is if something's retarded, I just call him an outlaw. So now every time he's around, I just call people outlaws.
I love that he came up with a little
just
coded
a little
thing.
workaround. It's just for him, too.
Also, like, I feel like sometimes making things a bigger deal, like, again, it depends on your relationship with your parents. But for me, everything, I wanted to do the opposite of everything that was like shoved down my throat because my parents were super strict and intense.
Yeah.
Not my dad. My mom was super strict and intense. And so, like, I just went and did the exact opposite thing. I think you have to be kind of cool. I don't think you have to be BFFs with your kid. I don't know what that would be like. I didn't have that. But like Gilmore Girls, like style, like we're best friends. We hang out all the time. I don't think that's good either.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're just gonna want to do the thing you tell them not to do and create code words.
Yeah, this is interesting because my oldest, him and I have had a rough couple years. He was like a kind of became a Trump supporter as like a
How
12.
old is he?
At like 12, he was like a Trump guy, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell's happening here. And
what does that even mean?
I don't know, right? And so he was a QAnon kid. He was like, Hillary Clinton's a pedophile, that kind of stuff. And I was like, I don't even know how to get through all that. And so, and he's very religious, which is fine, However, this last time, he's 14 now. So the other day we went to Meow Wolf, like an art exhibit thing, in Dallas. And so I pick him up and we're driving down the road and he goes, can I pick out music? And, normally he would put on some like fucking AC/DC classic rock. And I was like, oof, you are a racist, kid. No, but he put on Refused, which is like this fucking punk band that I listened to growing up, and my kids like, Ev, have you ever heard this band? I go, have I ever heard this band? I've seen this band a bunch of times. I love this band. And then I showed him like another album by the band, and I was like, I used to listen to this album all the time. And then he turns down the music about 10 minutes later and he goes, Dad, I've been thinking, I don't really like either party in politics. I kind of think they're all bad people. And I go, that's what I've been saying this whole goddamn time.
And then you started crying, and then he's like, nope, I like Trump again.
No. And then we're driving a little bit more, and then he turns down and he goes, and Dad, I was thinking, I think I still believe in God, but Christianity, I don't really know if it's for me. And I was like, oh, buddy. This was like the best day ever.
That's amazing.
And then we were friends again.
Also, if you're a Christian mess head,
sorry,
we love you.
I don't. I'm kidding.
Zod.
He's not Christian.
Muslim.
He is.
We still love you, but we are judging you at all times.
Yeah, but also there's no way he listens to this.
Yeah, well, you never know.
Yeah. But so that's pretty cool. So he's I think what's happening now is he was rebelling against me for a while, and then now he's rebelling against his mom, who is not when we were together, but is a Christian Republican. And so now that he's 14, I think he's rebelling against his mom. He's back to this side. He's back to my side, the dark side.
So
plus he sees all my clips online now, and that's pretty wild.
Can you just have casual hookups with someone who believes different shit like that? Not to date, but just like for fun.
Yeah, I could. Maybe not. I don't know. Yes, I can. I have friends that are Trump supporters. I have Republican friends. I don't sleep with any of them though. So, but I mean, I have friends. Here's the thing. Politics are all dumb. If you like either side too much, you're a fucking lunatic, right? It's all bullshit, right?
I think we're
being represented by fucking 80-year-old dudes that have nothing to do with anything. Joe Biden flip-flops his whole career.
None of this is new, by the way. It's not just Republicans and Democrats. It's every country, every politician. It's people trying to get power. It's
all bullshit.
We all, I think despite how it comes off on this podcast, we agree on all that stuff. But when I was like, during my breakup, and I was like, all my friends gave me the same advice of just like, fuck people. And I kind of tried, I like had not full hookups. And then I was like, okay, I can have sex with one person.
Yeah.
And the one person that I was like consistently with was like a terrible human being.
Okay.
But fun.
But you're still hooking up with them.
But like I knew it had to end
because you were
I can't. Well, yeah, I'm just not good at like I remember showing him. So there's this like beautiful video of this kid who's like in Ohio in front of the whatever, I don't know, some legislative body in Ohio, and he's talking about how he's like, you know, he's some like regular, you know, successful valedictorian in high school and a Eagle Scout and all these things that they'd be proud of. And he was raised by two moms.
Okay.
And they were so loving and they gave him all these opportunities, and just like, you know, they would be proud to have a son like him. He was raised by two women who created whatever. Yeah. And I was like weeping by the end of the video because it was such a beautiful speech. And I remember like when I get excited or passionate about something, I show it to the person that I'm fucking because I just am not good at just like being like, yay, we fucked, bye. Like, I'm just not good at that. So I show him this video, and I remember his reaction was like so psychotic and foreign to me. Like, the video ends, I'm weeping. I like looked at him like, hey, so cute. And he was like,
his parents are gay?
No, he got filled with fucking rage. Like, I was scared. He was like, why the fuck would you show me that? Like, screaming it. I was like,
what?
Like, literally, why? I was afraid. And he was like a big dude. I was like, oh my God. Like, what a weird reaction. I would say he's maybe gay, except for he definitely wasn't. But
well, you do kind of have a boyish charm about you.
This guy was, I mean, a wildly bad person. Like, I'll just say that. But like, I mean, I hung out with him when I was like, needed someone to hang out with, and I kept hanging out with him after that. But like, I don't know that I could do that again. Like, I just don't care enough.
I'm confused on, do you know why he reacted that way? Or you don't have any idea why? What did he get mad about? I don't understand.
I think he thought I was trying to like change him or something. I don't really know. It doesn't make sense to me.
I don't understand it either. I hate this guy.
And this is a grown adult man. This isn't your 12-year-old son who's figuring shit out. This was like a 40-year-old man.
Wow, you were banging a 40-year-old at the time?
No, he probably wasn't 40, but he seemed 40 to me because he was older than me at the time.
God, I'm getting close to 40.
Oh, if I was single, I would date men in their 50s.
Ah, man, I feel so old now.
If they were like
hot.
Yeah.
I gotta get hot.
Am I allowed to say that? I mean, I would date someone with a good heart and that.
I think this is the least offensive thing you've said on today's podcast, actually. Wow.
For little bits you used to do when you were little. You know what I mean? Like, it's a one-off thing and you do it constantly because you thought it was funny.
I'm trying to think. I remember in high school, I used to tell people it was okay to pee on the seat as long as you cleaned it off. Like, whenever it was like, hey, where's your bathroom? I'm like, right in there. You can pee on the seat, but you got to clean it off.
This is a thing you did regularly.
Yeah, I was like I was a dad or some shit.
High school is also like kind of old. Like I'm talking when I was little, I thought like remember when people used to laugh hysterically and then be like, no.
I don't.
That bit you never did that? Where someone would like say something rude and then you pretend to laugh really hard at it and then you stop immediately, like suddenly, and you're like, no.
My favorite bit that I've done and still do constantly, and my favorite bit to do to anybody is to act like you don't know what they're talking about when you obviously know, and you're like, what? And what's that? And then like they're explaining and like going into it, and you're like,
I love that.
And then you just keep
so
going
much.
and going until they look at you and they're like, you already knew this, and you're like, yeah.
I love that. So, but you should never let it go. Like you should keep it going.
You go until they know, until they realize that they're stupid. And that's the beautiful thing about it. It's my favorite thing to do.
I think you like if you have zero ego in that bit, you let them think you're stupid. You just keep it going. Like it makes me
Playing
think of
dumb
a
is the
Russell
funniest
Peters
thing
bit
ever.
because he does so much. Like I love Russell Peters because he's really good at accents and he'll talk about people from different places and he has this bit about pretending not to know what London is when British people are like he asks them where they're from and they say London and then he acts like he doesn't know what London is. It's a similar theory, and it's the way he delivers it. It's just.
I haven't seen the bit, but I'll have to check it out. That's my favorite thing to do in the whole world.
It's so fucking funny. You got like a twinkle in your eye when you started talking about it, and now I want to do it.
Do it. You can't do it to me though. I'm too good.
Well, we'll see about that.
I think we already got to take a question. We've been chatting up a storm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're ready, you guys. Y'all ready?
Oh yeah, we're
Let's do
ready.
it.
Okay. My fiance and I have a 6-month-old daughter, and my mother-in-law came to visit us and is currently staying with us. She got 2 more weeks left with us, but I don't know if I can handle it. I'll explain how a typical night routine goes with my fiance and I after I'm back from work. We hang out together, eat, she goes to bed with the baby, and I stay up a few hours finishing my tasks and gaming. My mother-in-law usually wakes up around 12 to 1 o'clock to drink tea before going to bed. During that time, I'm usually online gaming, and she despises it. While I was cleaning yesterday, I noticed that my PlayStation was missing, and that's when she said that she took it because I need to be in bed instead of gaming. Okay, I don't go to bed at the same time, so what? That doesn't give her permission to take my stuff in my home. It's not like I wake up late, I make it to work on time, I still spend time with my family when I get back, and I'm still taking care of my home. My fiance is annoyed too, but she's asking me to wait out the 2 weeks so she doesn't get into any issues with her mom. What should I do?
Wow, that's crazy.
That is insane.
She's out. She's gone. I couldn't. No, thank you. Your house, your stuff. Someone. Oh, I couldn't. I could not imagine.
Did you think the fiance was annoyed with him? At first, I thought he was saying his fiance was annoyed with him, but she meant the fiance is also annoyed.
Well,
with the
I'm annoyed
mom.
with the fiance. Stand up for your fucking man, dude. Talk to your mom. That's crazy. Also, I don't want to say like be the man of the house or anything like that, but it's your house. You own it. Fucking get up.
My favorite
and fucking
thing,
stand up for this fucking. Get up and fucking stand up to this fucking crazy bitch. That's crazy.
I love when Youngblood gives his honest opinion, but he wants to seem like a good person. So he's like, I don't want to say this, but I'm about to.
Well, that's almost like my
women are dumb.
No offense, but she's a cunt. Like you know, like that kind of.
Every time you say bitch, you're like, oh, I hate to have to say this, but bitch.
Yeah, truth is, I like to say it.
You love it so much. It's your favorite word.
This is crazy, though, right? I think this is the easiest thing I think we've probably ever had to give advice on.
Well, making the assumptions that, of course, like you're a good man, you treat your
we're just going by what you're.
Yes, you treat her well.
Yes,
you are a good dad. You provide love, finances, whatever it is that you provide it well. You're sweet to your family. They're your number one. Assuming all of that, then you have a right when your kid is asleep anyway to decompress from work. Like, and your fiance needs to sack up a bit. And
that's
yes,
crazy.
She's probably getting help from the mom, and it's probably she doesn't want the mom to leave because a new kid is exhausting.
Yeah. I do wonder What do you know about that?
I've heard. I laugh at my girlfriends when
Yeah.
they're like, I'm tired. And I'm like, I'm not. I'm so refreshed.
Here's the thing. Assuming he's telling the truth, right? Stand up to her, get your wife on board. She should be on board. However, kind of makes me think that maybe the wife is kind of whispered in the mother's ear a little bit, and the mother's like, well, I'll fucking handle this right now. What do you think about that? Doesn't it feel like there could be a little bit of that?
So absolutely, because as soon as you said it, a part of me thought about all the little things that my husband does that I have that with, where I'm like, oh, he has every right to do that. And he deserves to have his fun and this and that. But I just wish he wouldn't.
You don't like when he plays video games?
I don't love the video games. And now he does this online chess, which is super nerdy. And he always has his phone out and he's always thinking of his new move. And chess is I'm not.
I play chess on my phone.
Please don't friend him on this app.
No. I'm bad at chess. I literally lose to fucking easy mode all the time.
He's playing with other people, and now he really cares about. He'll think through his moves, and now he's getting better and better, and so he's getting more and more into it. And he also does the civilization building video games.
Oh wow, what a dork!
And first person shooter.
Yeah, I like those ones. Those are fun.
Anyway, it's super violent, and I think it's so dumb. And he's always his little. Is it not an emoji? What's his little
avatar?
His little avatar is always wearing the stupidest shit. It's just so. This man is almost
he's spending
40.
Money. I play Fortnite a lot, and I've spent a lot of money on Fortnite over the years. Buying stupid costumes. I wanted to be RoboCop, so they came out with a RoboCop skin, and I was like, I gotta get it. And
listen,
and I'm a grown up.
So I just rolled my eyes. This is an example of it, but also yay,
it's fun.
I'm glad that he's having. This is my point. I agree that she maybe said something to the mom, you need to move. You're leaving in 2 weeks. You need to have the heat on you, not on me. You need to give him a lecture about this, and you need to take the bullet on this.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I just want to play video games now.
That is a theory. But what does he do? What is his, if you're him, then what's the next step?
You know what I would do? I would just go and get my PlayStation back. And if they took it, and if she hit it, you know what I would do? I would go to the fucking store and I would just buy a whole new one. And then I would show up and I'd plug that in and then be like, what the hell?
The kid can't get diapers this week.
Yeah, I guess you fucking should figure out what to do with that other PlayStation you just bought. And so I don't know. I couldn't handle it.
I mean, the thing is that it's such a boring thing. The truth is she should have a calm conversation with him if she doesn't like it. And he should have a calm conversation with her. You need to stand up to your mom. You need to tell her, we really appreciate your help with the baby. But if you're going to get involved.
Sorry.
No, it's just weird.
It's also, I think people don't think about the friendship you have with people you play with online. I will play with one of my high school friends. When I get on, I play, I'll play a game with one of my high school friends, one of my friends from college that I never see, and we just catch up. We talk on there, and then I'll play with a bartender that I know in town, and we'll just catch up and talk about work, And so you have friends on there. My kid's best friends are gamers, he's never even met. He's had one friend for 10 years.
Yeah,
and
you won't talk to your kids or your friends, but you will play video games with people online.
Yes. One time,
modern relationships.
One time I was playing by myself, right? And I joined, I was playing Fortnite. If you don't know what it is, basically it's like the Hunger Games. You go down to an island.
If you don't know what it is.
Shut up. Check this out.
I'll explain it to you now.
So, it's 100 people get dropped on an island. One person wins, right? And so everyone who's not dropped on the island is trying to kill each other. I run. I got no weapons. Another guy comes in. And then I just start dancing because you can dance in these fucking dumb games. And I'm I got no weapons or anything. And then he gave me a gun. And then I danced with him for a while. And then we just hung out the whole game, and I was like, this guy's so cool and so funny, and we're having such a good time. We can't even talk yet because we're
You're
not
like
friends
a
on there.
webcam girl. You did a
It
sexy
was-
dance for a
It
man,
wa-
and then he
well,
gave
it was so
you.
fun. I was so excited. I added him as a friend. He added me as a friend, and then as soon as that game was over, right, we get into the chat room, right?
And fuck each other?
No. I was like, dude, that was so much fun. I had so much fun. As soon as I started talking to him, he goes, yeah, man, that was great. He was 7 years old. I was hanging out with a 7-year-old. I had no idea. He was like, yeah, we should play together. I was like, God damn it, dude. It sucks. But I thought I had a best friend, and he turned out he was 7.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could still be friends.
We were for a while. He got annoying. Well, here's the thing, because I also play with my kids online. So, you know, I'll play with my oldest son because, you know, he lives in a different city than me, so I don't get to see him fucking every day or anything like that. So me and my son will play video games together, and that's nice too.
Yeah, this guy can't lie and pretend he's playing video games. I just spit on the
With
mic.
his son?
With his son. With
He could
his
say he's playing
toddler.
with my son. That's okay.
Let's just sit in that, what he just said.
Yeah. This guy needs to sack up, buddy.
How are your relationship with your grandparents-in-law, the like baby mama's parents? Did you ever have big blowouts or where you had to have her, like one of your
No.
baby mamas step in and
Always
be like,
good.
stand up?
When I was married, her dad was one of the coolest people I knew. I liked him a lot.
awesome.
We used to play music together. We'd go to concerts together. And her mom was pretty nice too. We didn't really do anything together, but you know, she was nice. And they were always really sweet. And then, yeah. And the other ones, pretty good too. We get along now. We
That's
didn't
so
always get
boring.
along. We didn't always get along. There was one day where me and the dad, we almost
Physical fight?
did not happen. Did not happen. We got into it pretty hard, and then it didn't happen, and now we're friends. I actually just sold him my car.
Really?
Yeah, I just sold him my other car.
That's actually a very inspiring story. I feel like
Yeah, that we used to fight, and now I sold him my car.
Well, and the first two, like, just you play music together. Do you still like talk?
No, I wish we did. Here's the problem: is me and her have had kind of a bit of a falling out, you know, and you know, she's remarried now. So I used to like go and I would spend Thanksgiving sometimes with them, even though that we weren't together, you know, just so I could be around with my son and stuff, and that was fun. But then
I think it'd be so sweet to send a message saying like, just wanted you to know I was thinking about you the other day, that I loved playing music with you back in the day. I loved Thanksgiving, and I
don't
hope you have a
have his
happy
number anymore.
Thanksgiving.
don't have his number anymore. I'm not gonna go look for it either. That'd be wild.
What are you going to do on Thanksgiving? We can talk about this next
I don't
time.
know. Yeah, let's talk about it next time. We got to go.
Yeah, we got to go, but the question I always ask, did we help?
I think we should have.
Yeah, this is easy. She
Easy
needs to stand up
peasy,
for you, and you need to
Japanesey.
stand up for yourself. And if you don't get that PlayStation back, kick that old bitch out.
Yeah, that's crazy. You
DNR.
are a
DNR.
sad loser, my friend. That's fucked up. We got to go. Come check out me on the road. I will be on the road starting when this airs, actually. When this airs, I will be in St. Louis, then the next day, Louisville, and then Indianapolis, and then I will be in Chicago, Rochelle, Illinois, all with Daniel Van Kirk. Weekend after that, I'm with TJ Miller in Michigan, in Traverse City. And then weekend after that, I am with Sean Patton in Austin, Texas. And then final weekend after that of the month, I am with Rory Scovel in Dallas and Austin. And then the special, December 8th and 9th, please come out, buy some tickets. The shows are filling up. Please get your tickets now. Don't make me have a heart attack and wait. Follow me at No Youngblood. What about you, Jamie?
Yeah, I'm back in town, and I'm less sad about murdering my dad.
Murdering your dad.
Wow. I'm less sad about murdering my dog than I was before.
Damn.
So I'm doing
Your dad
more.
is dead.
I'm doing more and more shows, not on the road, here in Houston, Texas, and everything's at jamieroancomedy.com and at the Jamie Roan on Instagram. And Yeah, support Andrew Youngblood. Buy tickets to his special. That's the biggest thing because he's awesome.
Do you think that your dad and your dog are hanging out right now?
I don't believe any of that, no.
That's our show.
Yay! The Mess Hall. At the Mess Hall Pod, call us at 832-744-9492. Bye.